Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and today we're going to be looking at the Thrunite TN35 model flashlight. And I've actually been looking forward to testing and reviewing this flashlight. I was given the opportunity to pick it from their website, and I was really looking forward to it, specifically because I've been focusing on more of their EDC style flashlights, the smaller ones you would carry in your pocket. But I really wanted to test out one of their more powerful, kind of bigger lights. And the TN35 is a great option if you're looking for a lot of light. When I saw the way that you actuate the different modes on this and just the form factor of the flashlight, I definitely knew that I had to get it in hand so I can test it out. So here it is. Now, if you guys caught my previous Thrunite video, I reviewed their MCC-4 charger, and I stated that I actually got that one in as well because I was going to be using it to power this light, which is the TN35. This flashlight runs off of three 18650 batteries, so I would highly recommend that if you do pick up this light, that you pick up that charger as well. That way you have, if you don't already have the batteries, you have the whole package. And in actuality, they actually offer a bundle where they bundle this flashlight with that charger and the four 18650 batteries, in one package. So that's really cool. So, but I'll leave the link for all that below. So let's take a look at the flashlight itself. It comes in this cardboard box, and as you open it up, you have your greeting message right here from Thrunite, and then you have your user manual. As always, I do recommend that you read through the user manual. They make these very easy to just kind of go through, very concise, but it tells you all about the different modes and how to get through them and stuff like that. So there it is. You have a little foam padding here, and then you have your flashlight inside of its sheath. I'll set that to the side for a second. And you have a couple of accessories in here. First is this little baggie with a couple of spare O-rings and a spare tail cap switch. And then you have a lanyard. I do recommend that you put the lanyard on the flashlight if it's going to be something that you're going to be using quite often, just because of its size and weight. This is definitely going to come in handy, and it's going to save you headaches from dropping it or stuff like that. And that's pretty much everything in the box. So we'll set that to the side. And here is the flashlight again in the sheath. So obviously, as you guys can tell, this is a fairly large flashlight. It's got nice weight to it. And for the most part, it's based on the usage that you're going to be giving to this flashlight. Now, this flashlight, I would definitely recommend it for anybody in law enforcement, military, search and rescue, security guards, security officers, people like that. People that are going to need something that's going to put out a lot of light, but it's also going to go a long distance. Now, the max output on the TN35 is 2,750 lumens. So again, you're going to get quite a bit of light coming out of this flashlight. But not just that, you actually get a max beam distance of 518 meters. So this is a thrower. This will actually throw light way out there. And, at the end of this clip, I'm going to roll in some clips of what it looks like, the different modes outside and things like that on a dark night, and some distance shots also. So you'll get to see how this performs in real life. So let's go ahead and get the flashlight out of the sheath. I'll set that to the side for a second, and we'll take a look at the sheath. I do recommend that if you are going to be carrying this, you definitely use the sheath. Again, it is pretty hefty light, so they make it really easy. You have a really large belt loop right here, so this is going to go great on a bag or like a duty belt or something like that. And you have the clasp and Velcro on there, so it's definitely going to hold up nice and secure. And then you have this wide area of Velcro here that'll hold the flashlight in there. So sheath is really good quality. Onto the flashlight itself. Basically, you have some really functional knurling right on the handle here where you're going to be holding it, and you do want that because, again, you do have a little bit of heft to the light itself. It's very streamlined, which is really nice, and it feels nice and sturdy, the aircraft grade aluminum. Business end right here, as you guys can see, is a very deep reflector, nice and smooth, so that's going to throw that light out there very, very well. You have a nice granulated bezel right here. And then in the back, you do have a couple different areas where you can attach that included lanyard, and then your tail cap switch right there. This is your mode selector ring, and I'll show you guys how that works. And that's one of the things that kind of caught my eye, because obviously with a lot of different flashlights, you're kind of used to either the tail cap switch, pressing it or something like that to go through it, or maybe a side switch. This one works a little bit different. So let's go ahead and put some batteries in there. You just unscrew it right here in the middle. And then you have your cradle here. And again, this is going to run off of 3 18650 batteries. So I have those here from that MCC-4 battery charger that I reviewed earlier. So just put them in there as they go. And the good thing is that these will actually go in there either way, so you don't have to worry about which way to put it in or which way is up or down or anything like that. It's the same on both sides. So once those are in there, you can go ahead and screw it back on, and then you're going to go through your different modes. Now this flashlight has a couple different modes. So as you guys can see right here, you have a little ramp that ramps up, and then you have right here it says standby and then strobe. So you have your arrow, which is pointing at wherever the mode is. So just click it on and it's going to come on. I don't know if you guys can tell. Let me turn this light off so you guys can see it a little better. Okay, there we go. So the first mode right here is going to be 0.3 lumens, and that's going to run you for 46 days. All right, so from there, you're going to go ahead and turn the switch clockwise, or the bezel clockwise, and then that's going to go up to 24 lumens for 4 days. Then you turn it again. That's going to go up to 380 lumens for 10 hours. So right there you get a good amount of light coming out. Then you turn it again, and that's going to give you 950 lumens for 220 minutes. So 900, almost 1,000 lumens for 220 minutes. And you're going to turn it again, and you're going to get 1,600 lumens. So 1,600 lumens, and that's going to run you for 100 minutes. And then the max output is going to be 2,750 lumens, and that's going to be for 100 minutes as well. So that's the information I'm getting it right off the Thrunite website. So there it is, and it's very hot. That's why I keep turning it back and forth. So from there, as you guys can see here, you're going to go to your standby mode, and that's basically going to shut the light off. So you guys, if you are using it, but you don't want to click it off, you just kind of want to turn it off, but you're going to use it again, you can go ahead and go to that standby mode. If you were to rotate it to the left, and it's going to go back to the 2,750 lumen, which is the high. But if you go ahead and go to your right, you're going to go into your strobe. And this has an interesting strobe. It's kind of like a variable strobe. And I think as far as for disorienting, or as a less than lethal option for an attacker, this is pretty good. I should have said strobe warning before that. So I'll go back to the high there. And again, once you're done, you can just click the tail cap and it'll turn it off. Let me turn this light back on. All right. So there it is. Those are the different modes that you're going to get from the TN35. Again, this is max output 2,750 lumens. And the great thing is that you're going to get, a long beam. It's going to go out 518 meters. So you're going to get light way out there. So this is perfect for those people that need to light up a wide area, but also that need to see things far away when, before they get to you, or things like that. Maybe hunters, people like that. This flashlight will work great. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to roll some footage of me testing this outside so you guys can see what it looks like, and then we'll be right back. All right, guys. So I'm going to try and go ahead and do this test of the different modes. We're going to start out with the low mode, or the firefly mode, which is going to be 0.3 lumens. I went ahead and turned it on. As you guys can see, not very bright. This is definitely more for something real close if you want to light up like the inside of a tent and read something or something like that. From there it ramps up to the next mode, which is 24. You can start to see a little bit of light out there. There's a little palm tree right here with a fountain. I don't know if you guys can hear it. That's about 30 feet away, so you could almost make it out. From there it goes up to 380 lumens. You're starting to see a little bit more. There's the street behind. There's a house back there. That house is about 125 feet away, so
Again, you know, see a little bit more. You see the sidewalk, you see the street there, and from there it goes to 950 lumens. And obviously, as you guys can see, you can make out the palm tree and the fountain very nicely. You can start seeing the trees across the street right there, the house. From there, it's going to go up to 1,600 lumens. Obviously, a lot more light. You can pretty much see everything right there in the little island. And then you can see the light shining on the trees and on the house. And then from there it goes to 2,750 lumens, which is the max turbo output. You can see everything very, very clearly right up to the street light, right up there, the transformer, the trees in front of the house, the whole house back there lights up pretty much everything. It gives you a lot of light, a lot of visibility, so you're going to get a lot of really good usage out of it. And then just so you guys can see, this is going to be a strobe warning. This is that kind of crazy strobe there. So you can see it lights up everything nice and bright. It's very disorienting. So if you're going to have to use that as a self-defense situation, you can go ahead and do that. And then we'll go back down to the 2,750 lumens, the max output there. Again, you could pretty much see everything there. So that is a real-world look at the you know, the different settings, the different outputs that this flashlight will give you. All right, so we just saw an example of the different modes that this TN35 has. So I wanted to go ahead and show you guys a demonstration of the throw, especially with that really deep reflector. It definitely allows you to throw the light way out there. So this test is going to be till the end of the street. It's about a block and a half away. So this is 2,750 lumens. As you guys can see, it lights up everything rather nicely. On the right there, I'm shining at the stop sign at the end of the street, and then that house that is you know, parallel to the street there. So it definitely lights up everything. As you guys saw that truck just going by, it throws the light way out there. Here's all the trees. You can, you know, clearly see everything right in front of you, and it definitely allows you to light up everything nice and evenly. So there it is. That is a shot of the throw of this TN35.
All right, guys, so as you saw, the TN35 does a great job of lighting up pretty much anything that you need, especially on a dark night like it was that day when I was filming those. You can get the light's going to go out way out there. So you guys saw I was probably about a block away from that house all the way at the end, and it was lighting up all the signs and the vehicles going by very, very nicely. The TN35, again, it's going to be a specific usage flashlight. Like I mentioned earlier, you know, police, military, law enforcement, security personnel, you know, search and rescue. You know, this flashlight is going to come in very, very handy. The fact that it uses the 18650 batteries, which are rechargeable, is great also. Again, if you are thinking about picking up this light, I do recommend you picking up the this charger kit right here, the MCC-4, which I did a review on it earlier. This comes with 4 18650 batteries, the charger, a car charger, and a home plug. So you can recharge those 18650 batteries great. And they do offer either the flashlight by itself, the charger by itself, or they have a bundle package on their site. So definitely look for that if you guys are interested. I think it's going to be a great investment. And again, you have the 18650 batteries if you want to power any other flashlight that takes 1, 2, 3, or even 4 18650 batteries. So there it is. That is the TN35 from Thrunite. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.